The internet, a breeding ground for innovation and occasionally, the bizarre. Recently, a curious notion has taken root in certain corners of the digital world, a concept known as Terryology. This isn't about a new scientific discovery or a groundbreaking mathematical theorem. It's about the assertion that 1 multiplied by 1 equals 2, a claim that flies in the face of basic arithmetic. Proponents of Terryology with unwavering conviction argue their case with a fervor usually reserved for matters of great import. They share intricate diagrams and lengthy equations, creating an illusion of complexity around a fundamentally flawed premise. The internet, with its penchant for amplifying fringe ideas, has provided a platform for this unusual theory to gain traction. What's particularly fascinating is how Terryology has resonated with a segment of the population, despite its clear contradiction of established mathematical principles. Perhaps it's the allure of the unconventional, the desire to challenge the status quo, or simply a misunderstanding of fundamental mathematical concepts. Whatever the reason, Terryology's rise is a curious phenomenon that underscores the power and peril of information dissemination in the digital age. Let's take a step back from the esoteric world of Terryology and revisit the fundamental concept of multiplication. At its core, multiplication is simply repeated addition. 1 multiplied by 1 means adding 1 to itself just once. Picture a single apple. Multiplying that apple by 1 doesn't magically conjure another apple. It simply reaffirms that you still have that one apple. Think of it this way. Imagine you have a single cookie. You wouldn't argue that multiplying that cookie by 1 suddenly gives you 2 cookies, would you? The essence of multiplication lies in scaling a quantity, not magically duplicating it. 1 times 1 is the mathematical equivalent of saying you have one of something and that's it. The beauty of mathematics lies in its consistency and logical coherence. 1 times 1 has always been and will always be 1. It's a foundational concept upon which countless other mathematical principles are built. Terryology, by attempting to redefine such a fundamental operation, throws the entire system into disarray. Mathematics, unlike subjective interpretations of art or literature, thrives on objectivity. There's no room for ambiguity when it comes to fundamental operations like multiplication. 1 times 1 equals 1, plain and simple. It's not a matter of opinion or interpretation, it's a matter of mathematical fact. Imagine trying to build a house on a foundation that's constantly shifting. That's essentially what Terryology attempts to do with mathematics. By challenging a fundamental operation, it undermines the very structure upon which the entire edifice of mathematics is built. No complex equation, no matter how intricately constructed, can change the outcome of 1 times 1. The allure of Terryology, perhaps, lies in its audacity to challenge the seemingly immutable laws of mathematics. Yet, it's essential to remember that true intellectual exploration involves building upon established knowledge, not tearing it down with flawed logic. The beauty of mathematics lies in its elegance, its ability to explain the universe with precision and clarity. Let's say you have 1 apple, and you decide to multiply it by 1 orange. Does that give you 2 apple oranges? Of course not. Multiplication, in its purest form, deals with quantities of the same unit. You can multiply 1 apple by another apple, which essentially means you have 1 set of 1 apple. But you can't multiply an apple by an orange in any meaningful way. This simple analogy highlights the absurdity of Terryology's central claim. 1 multiplied by 1 will always result in 1, regardless of what that 1 represents. Whether it's 1 apple, 1 idea, or 1 galaxy, the principle remains the same. Terryology attempts to muddy the waters by introducing irrelevant factors and misinterpreting basic mathematical operations. The beauty of mathematics lies in its universality. The rules of arithmetic apply equally to apples, oranges, and even abstract concepts. 1 plus 1 will always equal 2, and 1 times 1 will always equal 1. These are not arbitrary rules, they are fundamental principles that govern the very fabric of our universe. In the realm of science and mathematics, precision is paramount. Every equation, every calculation, relies on the accuracy of the underlying principles. Terryology, with its disregard for basic arithmetic, throws a wrench into the machinery of precision. Imagine a world where engineers could arbitrarily decide that 1 plus 1 equals 3 when designing a bridge. The consequences could be disastrous. The precision of mathematics is what allows us to send rockets into space, build towering skyscrapers, and understand the intricate workings of the human body. It's a language that transcends cultural barriers and allows us to communicate complex ideas with clarity and accuracy. Terryology, by undermining this precision, threatens to erode the very foundations of scientific and technological progress. The next time you encounter a claim that seems to defy basic logic, remember the importance of precision. Ask for evidence, scrutinize the methodology, and don't be afraid to question the underlying assumptions. Critical thinking is the antidote to misinformation. And in a world awash in data, it's more important than ever to be discerning consumers of information. The human mind is a powerful tool, capable of extraordinary feats of creativity and innovation. However, it's also susceptible to biases, fallacies, and logical leaps of faith. Terryology, with its blatant disregard for mathematical principles, exemplifies what happens when logic takes a back seat to wishful thinking. It's a stark reminder that even the most outlandish ideas can gain traction if they tap into our desire for the novel or the unconventional. The danger of Terryology lies not in its potential to upend the world of mathematics, which it cannot, but in its erosion of critical thinking. When we embrace ideas without scrutiny, when we abandon logic in favor of blind faith, we open ourselves up to a world of misinformation and manipulation. The internet, with its echo chambers and filter bubbles, can exacerbate this problem by creating environments where flawed ideas are reinforced and amplified. It's easy to dismiss Terryology as a harmless curiosity, but it's a symptom of a larger issue, the increasing prevalence of misinformation in the digital age. We're constantly bombarded with claims and counterclaims, often without the tools or the inclination to discern fact from fiction. In this environment, critical thinking becomes paramount, a necessary skill for navigating the complexities of the digital landscape. Mathematics at its core is a language of logic and reason. It provides a framework for understanding the world around us, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy. Just as a strong foundation is essential for a stable building, a solid grasp of fundamental mathematical principles is crucial for developing critical thinking skills. Terryology, by attempting to rewrite the rules of arithmetic, undermines this foundation and threatens to destabilize the entire structure. Imagine trying to learn a new language but being told that the letter A now represents the sound B. It would be impossible to form coherent words, let alone sentences or paragraphs. Similarly, Terryology's attempt to redefine basic mathematical operations throws the entire system into disarray, making it impossible to build upon those flawed foundations. The beauty of mathematics lies in its interconnectedness. Each concept builds upon the previous one, creating a logical and elegant framework for understanding the universe. Terryology, by introducing inconsistencies and contradictions, disrupts this flow, making it difficult to appreciate the true beauty and power of mathematics. The internet has democratized information, making it easier than ever to access a wealth of knowledge. However, this ease of access has also made it easier to spread misinformation, often faster than truth can keep up. Terryology, with its rapid spread through online communities, serves as a cautionary tale about the slippery slope of misinformation. One of the dangers of misinformation is that it often preys on our desire for simple answers to complex problems. Terryology's claim that 1 times 1 equals 2, while demonstrably false, offers a simplistic solution to a concept that some may find challenging. This allure of simplicity can be difficult to resist, especially when it's presented with conviction and cloaked in the veneer of intellectualism. The internet, with its echo chambers and filter bubbles, can exacerbate the spread of misinformation. When we're surrounded by like-minded individuals who reinforce our existing beliefs, it's easy to fall prey to confirmation bias, seeking out information that confirms our worldview while ignoring evidence to the contrary. This creates a dangerous cycle where misinformation is amplified and reinforced, making it even more challenging to combat. Humans are naturally drawn to the extraordinary, the novel, the seemingly impossible. Terryology, with its outlandish claim, taps into this innate desire for something beyond the mundane. It offers a sense of intellectual rebellion, a chance to challenge the status quo and explore what lies beyond the boundaries of conventional wisdom. The problem is that true intellectual exploration requires a solid foundation of knowledge and a commitment to logical reasoning. Terryology, by disregarding basic mathematical principles, abandons these principles in favor of wishful thinking. It's akin to claiming that the Earth is flat because it looks flat from our limited perspective. While it's important to question assumptions and challenge conventional thinking, it's equally important to do so from a place of understanding and respect for established knowledge. True intellectual progress involves building upon the work of those who came before us, not tearing it down with flawed logic and unsubstantiated claims. Mathematics, far from being a dry and esoteric subject, holds the keys to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. From the elegant spiral of a seashell, to the intricate dance of planets around a star, mathematics provides a language for understanding the patterns and relationships that govern our world. Terryology, with its distorted view of arithmetic, blinds us to this beauty, obscuring the elegance of true mathematical principles. Imagine trying to appreciate the beauty of a symphony while someone bangs randomly on a drum, drowning out the subtle harmonies and intricate melodies. That's essentially what Terryology does to mathematics. It disrupts the harmony of numbers, making it difficult to appreciate the underlying beauty and complexity of mathematical concepts. The beauty of mathematics lies in its ability to explain the seemingly complex with simplicity and elegance. It's a language that transcends cultural barriers, allowing us to communicate ideas with precision and clarity. Terryology, by muddling the waters of basic arithmetic, undermines this elegance, making it more difficult to appreciate the true power and beauty of mathematics. In today's information-saturated world, critical thinking is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. We're constantly bombarded with information from a variety of sources, each vying for our attention and often presenting conflicting viewpoints. Terryology's emergence and spread highlight the importance of approaching information with a healthy dose of skepticism and a commitment to logical reasoning. Critical thinking is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it becomes. It involves questioning assumptions, evaluating evidence, and being willing to change our minds in the face of new information. It's about looking beyond the surface and delving deeper into the why behind the what. The next time you encounter a claim that seems outlandish or too good to be true, take a moment to engage your critical thinking skills. Ask yourself, what evidence supports this claim? What are the potential biases of the source? Does this claim align with my existing understanding of the world, and if not, why? In an age of misinformation and alternative facts, it's more important than ever to hold on to the enduring power of truth. Truth, based on evidence, logic, and reason, may not always be the easiest path, but it's the one that leads to genuine understanding and progress. Terryology, with its flimsy foundation and disregard for mathematical principles, serves as a reminder of the importance of anchoring our beliefs in reality. The pursuit of truth is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It requires humility, a willingness to admit when we're wrong, and a commitment to updating our beliefs in the face of new evidence. It's about embracing the scientific method, with its emphasis on observation, experimentation, and peer review. In a world where anyone with an internet connection can publish their thoughts and ideas, it's crucial to be discerning consumers of information. We must learn to separate fact from fiction, to identify bias, and to evaluate sources critically. The enduring power of truth lies in its ability to withstand scrutiny, to emerge from the crucible of examination stronger and more resilient. Curiosity is the engine of progress. It's what drives us to explore the unknown, to challenge assumptions, and to seek out new knowledge. However, curiosity without a healthy dose of skepticism can lead us astray. Terryology, with its intriguing premise, might initially spark our curiosity, but it's essential to go beyond the surface and ask the all-important question, why? Why would 1 multiplied by 1 equal anything other than 1? What evidence supports this claim? What are the implications of this theory? By asking these questions, by digging deeper and demanding evidence, we engage in the critical thinking process that's essential for separating fact from fiction. The world is full of wonder, mystery, and endless opportunities for exploration. As we navigate this complex landscape, let's carry with us the spirit of curiosity, always tempered by a commitment to logic, reason, and the pursuit of truth. Keep asking why, and let that question be your guide as you explore the vast and ever-expanding universe of knowledge.